How many of you feel like jugglers? In your everyday life, there's so many balls in the air. There's work, there's home, there's family, there's all the obligations of your life, and you are a juggler. How many people feel that way? Now, how many of you have tried to learn to juggle? And how many have succeeded? Not very many. Now, here's a big question for you. How many people think that at the end of our short time together, everybody in this room will be juggling successfully? You'll be doing the cascade, that's the one that goes under. You'll be doing the reverse cascade, that's the one that goes over. You'll do columns that go straight up and down, 2 in one hand and 2 in the other hand. How many people think that's true? Nobody. Well, you see, that's my job. I am Professor Confidence, and my job is to instill in you the confidence that allows you to go beyond your expectations.
And going beyond audiences' expectations is what Dave Finnigan has been doing for over 20 years. As a successful businessman, he learned to juggle priorities, family life, and his personal development. Working with school children across the nation, he infused them with self-confidence, which has had an enormous impact on their scholastic achievements, both through his live school programs as well as his library of videos and books, one of which is The Complete Juggler, which has sold over 500,000 copies in 5 languages. And in the corporate arena, where he thrills audiences with his vast array of conference talents as a keynoter, breakout session leader, or as the thread that weaves success into your meeting. Why hire just a speaker when you can raise the level of your next meeting to a success that attendees will never forget? Ladies and gentlemen, meet Dave Finnigan.
I want to make your next conference a huge success right from the start with fun and interactivity. But fun and interaction are just the appetizers. I offer a foolproof method for making the conference memorable and for emphasizing themes or messages that you want participants to take home with them. Right from the start, there'll be a powerful lesson on team building, goal setting, overcoming objections and surmounting obstacles, exceeding goals, and celebrating success. The outcome is a surge of self-confidence. Participants will be more willing and able to take risks and accomplish unique tasks, and I think they'll be better able to adapt to change as well. Of course, these are factors that are essential in the world today. My opening keynote is guaranteed to be an exciting event that your audience will never forget. Everyone will team up with strangers. They'll start as teams of 2, and they'll go to 4, and eventually to 8 in the course of the class. Even the least adept and most doubtful will learn to juggle with slow-moving nylon scarves. These teams will set goals, they'll adopt and modify their plans, they'll go step by step to guaranteed success, and they'll note their accomplishments along the way, and most importantly, I guess, is that they'll get to celebrate their victory. None of this is theoretical. Everything's experiential. Remember, what you merely see or hear you may forget, but whatever you do, you will remember and you will understand for the rest of your life. Everybody put your thumb up like this. Now, what does this mean in our culture? What's that mean? Hitchhiking. So the first thing you need is a team. So we're going to put you into teams. The second thing you need is a direction. Everybody go like this. That's your goal. You're going to go with your teammate and you're going to go to your goal. So we're going to put the goal first, and the goal is everybody's going to learn to juggle. The third thing that you need is a plan. Now, a plan is like a stool. It's got 3 legs, the strongest form in nature, the triangle. So you're going to have a plan. You've got a partner, you've got an objective, and you've got a plan. And then you've got practice. And practice is throwing and catching and throwing and dropping. And in juggling and in everything else we do, we say a drop is a sign of progress. If you're not dropping, you're not learning. So don't worry about the drops. The only bad drop is one you don't pick up and try again. Now, there's a 5th thing, and it's very important. And quite often it's neglected when you're doing a new project at work or when you're doing something even at home with the kids. You forget the 5th thing, and the 5th thing is high fives, celebration. So it's really important to celebrate. We'll do that at the end. I know you're wondering what juggling has to do with team building, goal setting, overcoming objections, exceeding sales quotas and recruitment goals, and improving productivity. In a word, everything. We're all jugglers at home and on the job, whether it's juggling priorities at work or home and work roles. You may be juggling the conflicting needs of shareholders, employees, and customers, or the conflicting roles of the headquarters that sets goals and the field staff who have to meet those goals. Now you can help me to understand the unique culture of your organization, and together we can come up with a way to make the analogies work for your members. Key points that you specify will be woven into my sessions, not just as metaphors, but as models as the participants strive together to accomplish a series of tasks that they set for themselves in the course of the conference. Now, I know you're a little bit nervous about learning to juggle, but we're not going to use the balls because balls move too fast. We're going to juggle in slow motion. And everybody will do the cascade, the one that goes under, the reverse cascade, columns, 2 in one hand and 2 in the other hand. Because we're going to go step by step with a partner, with an objective, and a clear plan. With almost any messages, the programs I present can serve as a carrier wave to bring those messages to life. And where can juggling fit in your next meeting? In a word, everywhere. And you benefit from the value that I bring by performing many functions at the conference. I can either appear once right at the beginning, or my work can serve as a running thread to tie things together and give people a sense that there's cohesion and coherence to the conference. We start with scarf juggling as an opening keynote and icebreaker. That sets the tone for the entire conference. Engaging, exciting, interpersonal, challenging, and fun. Then the next time I appear might be the mid-conference energizer. That can happen at that particular moment that every conference has, which is often described as the doldrums. It's generally right after lunch, midway through the second day. In that session, we'll renew the energy. We'll remind people how much fun they had in the first session and take them to a new level of accomplishment, permitting them to shatter any preconceptions they've had about their own abilities or the abilities of others. Here, they can get into new teams and they can select specific goals to accomplish, like spinning a plate on a stick, or balancing a peacock feather on the fingertip or on the nose, or tossing a Chinese Diabolo, or manipulating cigar boxes the way W.C. Fields used to, or juggling 3 balls. Now this second hour together can bring us back to the thrill of learning in order to show that their personal and team accomplishments in the opening keynote, where everybody learned to juggle scarves, were not just a fluke. Another way you can use my services is for voluntary early morning wake-up sessions, to give early birds a physically active start to each day and a new set of accomplishments each morning. I'd love to be the MC of your awards banquet. And if I am the MC, I can highlight the lessons that have been learned and make the evening a fun event. It can include skillful presentations by myself, as well as giving participants a chance to show off their newfound skills. Of course, if you like, I can prepare a powerful and memorable closing for the whole event. It might include writing and delivering a piece of performance poetry that I've created around the proceedings of the conference, bringing everything to a head and pointing toward the future. As you can see, juggling's just my cover. What I really want to bring to your conference is a sense of success.